Hello, visionary entrepreneurs, life changers. How are you? Welcome back to our Momentum Monday. Today's episode 169. Let's talk about from employee to entrepreneur. Why I'm talking about this? I've been entrepreneur for 15 years, right? And especially recently, and what I've been cooperating or working with people from employment world and people from entrepreneurs world. I feel like more and more there's so many big differences. And me, actually, my personal background, almost everybody, majority of people, all went through some like less or more about employment experience, right? I remember I worked totally 13 years in corporate world, from like a national bank headquarters to, let's say, like international companies, and then I eventually I came to the US, worked for a Fortune 100 company near Wall Street. uh, all of those experiences, as I recall, right, is quite interesting, diversified experiences, all worth it. But the more I get into now, 15 years into entrepreneurship, more and more I get into this, and I found the bigger difference more and more, especially when I talk with other people who are still in employment, right? People who are still employee, or even some people already left the corporate world, and they are like between the choices to choose either find another full-time or part-time job working for other companies or organizations, or choose to become entrepreneur. There's a big huge difference, and I found the majority of the time is people have this battling and fighting in their mind, and then the behavior and the pattern and the habits, they're totally huge difference. And I still remember, yeah, when I was in the corporate, because I worked the most time for the like 100, like Fortune 100 company, international companies, is quite professional world. So I remember that experience, like that corporate experience bring me actually at quite some advantages for me to do things more like pursue high quality, and like play at a bigger platform, and how to have international vision and view, right, perspective, and same time to cooperate with different people from all different backgrounds from all over the world. So that experience helped me. But at the same time, I also witnessed that so many other people come from employment environment, but not so many of them are so like professional, right? Even they come from different background, but that kind of standards may be different. And also people have, because of their own character and their own ambitions, people have different like levels of pursuit. And majority people, I feel like at our age now, I'm already past the 50. Can you imagine that? And and this a few days we're celebrating our relatives or our family members also past the 50. When we talk with our friends, right, all similar ages, our similar age people, all like said, oh, we've already passed the 50. So many of them are talking about what, retirement already. And I remember, because I came back from China, right, originally from China. So quite some friends are still in China, and some people, like some friends here from the US, go back to visit their friends in China, and they said they even had a little bit like a envy of those people in China, because many of them retire early. Like I remember my mom, my sister, both of them retired just around 50 at my age. So they've already now been in their own, let's say, free, sounds like a free lifestyle, right, for over how many years, for quite some years now, especially my mom, right? So I'm happy that she's enjoying her fully retirement time. But many of my friends just at the early 50, they are all talking about the retirement already, and because many of them are still staying in employment, so they are working for companies or organizations. Many of them, I do not feel that they have that kind of a passion or excitement or dedication to their work. And majority of them just, oh, okay, and what they want to take it easy. Especially some of them worked for some place for quite some years. They want to take it easy, take part time or work from home, and they've already started to plan or dream about their retirement life. That life is totally away from their job, from their work. Me as one of those entrepreneurs, right? We're not just like in the entrepreneurship or business for money, but of or even like for a job. We are here not even for a career. Come on, when I talk about all these words, it sounds like so like far away now from me. We've been talking about we followed our dreams, followed our purpose, our passion, and to start our business, right? So when we are talking about our business, our entrepreneurship, and especially I thank God, I have quite some friends in this zone as well. So I have both employment friends and also have entrepreneur friends, people in their own passion pursue bigger dreams and like a never ending kind of a energy state. So it's a big contrast for me to compare these two kinds of like friend circles now, because for example, when I stay with those employment friends, I feel like my energy is done because they are reluctant and not passionate about talking about their work, and they just talk about their either their life or their kids or traveling. Can you resonate with that? How many people, like your maybe your old friends or including some existing friends, that just want to talk with you, their kids, they're traveling, right? Like a lifestyle related or parenting related thing. They do not want to talk too much about their work. It's just like that kind of a career is just for their, let's say, it's just like for some duty or responsibility. It's just for like a routine, and they do not even want to talk about it. Ah, but for our real entrepreneurs, right, we are passionate about what we are doing. So this almost like part of our lifestyle, part of our life, and there's no division between our life and business or like entrepreneurship, because this is, we're not working for other people, we're working for our dreams. We're talking about every day about our dreams, about our purpose, about our life's meaning, about our fulfillment, about our impact, about our help, right, our values to other people. So the topics could be endless. Like for example, now today is our 169th episode. I still feel like there are unlimited topics for me to cover, right? So it's just like sometimes I share my messages or my update in my friends network. I feel like a majority of people who can resonate are majorly entrepreneurship people, and but employment people, they are, most of them are quite silent. Their life is totally, I could not imagine if I kept in, if 15 years ago I did not choose to finish my corporate life, right? I made that conscious choice. Actually, first is conscious search. I searched and discovered my purpose, my life's meaning, my passion, and my core values. And I get into coaching and get my coaching certificate, start my coaching business. And now it's already 15 years. And this dream, as energy, as passion, is just ever expanding. It's like never ending. So I always, every day, I always want to talk about it. And some people may think, oh, you are just like a grab, how to say that, um, it's just like a boasting, or maybe you are just try to do your marketing or sales. To me, it's not. This is totally not. They think, oh, sometimes you share some messages is for your marketing. And thank God, majority of the time I share value information or stories or like messages like this. So I do not often like do direct marketing or sales, but instead we focus on the values, right? So I could keep talking for the whole day, and some people like employment people, maybe they will feel like that's totally another world they cannot imagine, right? And also especially, for example, I also have a business in finance industry, right? We've been looking for great candidates, and we recruit quite some partners, and but many of them either they quit or they could not catch up, or some of them made great progress, right? We did transform some people's lives, but majority others, I would say, let's say if it's 100, let's say a percentage, okay, maybe only 5% of people around that percentage really transformed their lives. And many other people, they still have, that's why today I want to talk employment, employee, and to entrepreneur, because majority of people still keep that kind of a employee mindset for a long time, and that's been blocking them to make this further transformation that their life desperately need. Many of them are just like, okay, go to work, right, 9 to 5, and then you get your payment, and other things is just report to your boss and do what is required you to do. And they do not have that kind of a ownership. That ownership as entrepreneurs, first is energy. It's totally different, right? Energy and commitment. Because if you did not feel that call or purpose or meaning, you do not have that kind of a commitment. You do not have that kind of a, like motivation, right? Here we talk about motivation. What's your reason? What's your purpose here? When you do everything, like, come on, it's like our life is just one time life. There's limited lifespan for everyone, right? Suppose if you even live up to 120 years, it's still very limited time compared with our human history, right? Very short time. And if we do not do the bold work, if we do not really do things purposeful, when we do not ask us conscious questions why we're doing this, a majority of people are just like a step, let's say, like live by day, live by day in their routine, every day just repeating the similar things. Eventually what they're doing, they're just earning their benefits, getting their income, getting their pension, getting their some other like whatever the companies could provide for them, right? While sell the time for income. That kind of life without much passion, without much energy. And even though they may still have some dreams, but they dare not to leave what they have already, their comfort zone, to pursue that kind of bigger dream. So these dreams will stay as dreams. So that's almost like a tragedy for me to look at. Or people think car accident or death, all those kind of things as a tragedy. But really, I would say that walking dead status, walking dead, even though many years ago, right, that's like a made up story or movie. But now it's really in our real life. Every day you look at people walking by you, or just even they have a conversation with you. They do not have ambition or dreams or whatever. They just talk about their routine life, or they shift their topic to just their children, or to their next traveling or next traveling planning. It sounds like they do not have their life dreams for themselves anymore, right? It's like they are giving up their own life streams, their own life's purpose. What's it? And they do not even want to bother to pursue or like discover what's their life's true call. So just try to avoid those topics. So that's actually, I would say, it's a tragedy to look at people lose themselves and in the reality. It's just like try to make a living, but not really live a life, live a real, like lively livelihood, right? So that's like what I would compare between employee. Even I would admit that when I was an employee, I was quite excited when I was young, right? I was much younger than now. I was full of uh, ambitions. So I was thinking about which path should be the best, where should I grow. Like I was pursuing, I was trying to like try different initiations and opportunities. So during that time, it was exciting. But then I look at people, right, getting around their 50, and many of them already getting retired, and many others are still like almost like just waiting to be retired, right? It's just like many of them are working. I sometimes feel like it's like a cartoon movie. There's like a belt going to, if you look at watch the movie like Coco, right? So what's that, Coco? I forgot the exact name. It's a Mexican culture background to the a story. It's like everybody's routinely walking on the path to their death, instead of like getting out of that bed to look for what is really life, what's the meaning, what's the like life connections, what's the things, the legacy we leave to the world, right? And how we could be remembered. Will you really be remembered by not just your loved ones, or by maybe by some other friends as well, because of your light, because of the let's say the value you provided to other people, the help you provided to other people, so that you could be remembered. So that's totally different story, right? So now, especially like for my age, past the 50, many people around me are talking about retirement, and including many of my relatives, close relatives and friends. They're just like thinking about retirement, or maybe enjoying their retirement. That's good. But at the same time, I was wondering, is their life really at a, if I'm living that kind of life, by the end of my life, when I'm lying on my deathbed, will I be proud of myself, satisfied with my one time life? and satisfied and be proud of myself for the values I contributed to the world? That's a question, a conscious question I would encourage everybody to ask yourself, no matter what age you are now, right? But it's just me, like, because I witness people around me at this similar age talking more about retirement. That's why, and also many of them are still holding that kind of employee mindset. If they, even though they still have some dreams, right? They want to have a better life. They still want to have for the rest part of their life, they want to live in a better quality and a better situation. But when the opportunities open the door to them, I witnessed many of them fall down. Many of them fall down. And they did not like purposely want to fall down, right? But because of their mindset, like the employee mindset, that do not take that ownership, do not really, use that kind of a heart and soul and the efforts and work, right, to catch the opportunities, and they're just like being discarded by the opportunities, even though the opportunities still open the door. But they just like, because they are limited by their mindset and their behaviors, their pattern, because they always, whenever it's time for them, need them to take the ownership, take the like commitment and action, they fail. I witnessed it so many times. I feel like so sad to witness that. It's just like, yeah, sounds like you guys have that kind of a dreams. You want to pursue better things, but they're still always hesitating. Take them forever to really take actions. Overthinking. All this mindset is also like, oh, maybe employment is easier for me. I still need to find a job and maybe another job that people will pay me, right? A corporate will pay me. I will get them some extra money and like benefits. But for the entrepreneurship, maybe they will say, hey, maybe I will explore when I have more stable income, or I will explore when I get more time, or maybe I will explore when the time is right or the condition is right, whatever. All these kind of excuses eventually means what? They're not taking ownership. They're not committed. They're not taking needed, even necessary actions. No mention about like a massive action, like Tony Robbins said, massive actions to fulfill their dream. So that's why many of them just fall down in front of the door. Even though it's just like I'm quite a visual, like a visionary and also a visual person. It's just like I feel like, wow, this is a beautiful gold, like a golden door right in front of them, but they just like look outside of a door and say, oh, maybe the light is not clear enough to me. I will still stay in this side of me in the more comfortable place, or do not have that courage to step one, just to put one step forward, right? So many of them, I just witnessed it's for me, it's like it's really like feel like so pitiful, so pitiful. And so that's why, not just for myself and for friends, for people who we could potentially cooperate, but they are not really having that kind of a mindset, state, and commitment and action ready to cross that very important transformation step to get into another side, from the employee to the employment side, to the entrepreneur side, right? To take courageous actions and to really take the control of their life. And now our kids get into like a, like, let's say, teenager and to the youth stage. And my son is going to be 18 soon, my daughter 16, and my son is going to college. And now, and he's looking for internship job. He's asked me my feedback for his like a resume and a cover letter, right? So this give me more conscious reflection as well. You see, like everybody from the education system, this is just like a invisible like norms or routine to cultivate all our kids, just like to us many years ago, right? Just cultivate us into product, into employee. You learn all this knowledge, you learn the skills so that in the future you may find a good job, get a good pay. That's the whole system. The biggest system, I would say, like the mainstream system from education, the many years, right? Almost 20 years of education from the kindergarten to your youth. the whole system is cultivating you into, like, not cultivated, I would say it would create you or produce you into a product so that you will fit as a function. For example, they choose major, right? Either you choose to be a lawyer, learn the law, or you choose to be engineer, computer science, or like accountant, or let's say economics, or whatever, technology or data, whatever, right? It's all like a fit you, make you into some functions. Even though now the AI is so popular and all those like including colleges, including like corporations, they're all getting into they are looking thirstily for talents, and actually is just looking for those functions, right? And talents and functions, they want to get into the fit in those needs, the society, the whole big machines needs. So I'm thinking, oh, wait one moment, right? I'm an entrepreneur, or I'm an entrepreneur, yes. And my kids now, through this whole system, and like just like I was created, right, many years ago, to be a function to fit into the big society and prepare everything, right? Like a resume, cover letter, and looking for their potential boss to give them this opportunity, to give them a job. Even though I'm still encouraging my son, right, to look for internship because they need such kind of some experience like that. But at the same time, I say, and I've been working with my son and my daughter as well, I say, I would encourage them more for their social projects. And even more, like I co-created Teen CEO program, a coaching program, training and coaching and coaching program for the teenagers and youth to help them develop their entrepreneurship mindset and to start their own business. Even though now so far they have not started their own business yet, but they start their own projects based on their passion, based on their fun. But how to turn that into something that could both make a living and also at the same time could benefit many people and eventually develop into like a very prosperous either enterprise or whatever, right? It's just like a company or enterprise or their lifetime career and passion and purpose or even movement. That's totally like another level of transformation, because now I'm facing that. This is like two battles, right? Either you send like, for example, parents, you send your kids to employment, or you want to cultivate your kids to be an independent entrepreneur. So I'm now in the middle of it. Eventually, I know that I want my kids to go to entrepreneurship and become business owners of their own. I know that we will have great entrepreneurship and business opportunities. But another side also depends on them. If they have that kind of a purpose, if they have that kind of a like awareness, that kind of call, and then that kind of courage to pursue a different way from the mainstream way, right? Because I say every day they are surrounded by their friends, many friends, right? Maybe they get closer to many of their friends more than with their family, especially after they become like older teenagers and go to youth, right? They will be more influenced and impacted by their friends. And majority of them, including those friends, their parents, many of them, majority of them are employment, right? Employees. And their mindset is just like a part of the mainstream of the society. Everybody's get a good go to good university, everybody get a good like a degree and or good major, and then find a good company and get a good function or role and get a position, right, and get a good pay. All this kind of a mainstream thing, you see. And how at the same time we could keep that kind of a clear consciousness to cultivate our entrepreneurship in our kids and also in ourselves as well, to keep that kind of independent thinking. Very important, independent thinking. Do not be just manipulated or influenced or impacted just by the whole society's like mainstream or society's system or society's even like judgment. Do not be just be controlled by that. This is super important, right? But I just witnessed, because I had experience. Now I have 2 years more in entrepreneurship than in corporate world. Like 15 years in entrepreneurship, 13 years in employment. So I can clearly see which circle of opportunities and friends I feel more valuable. To me, it's definitely in entrepreneurship. the ones, those entrepreneurs, I know there are so many entrepreneurs, right? Quite many of them I know it's not maybe necessarily the the real entrepreneurs I would describe. Many marketers there pursue the money, want to get a quick reach. That's not the people I'm talking about. I'm talking about real entrepreneurs, including like my mentors, Tony Robbins, Dean Gross-Asi, like Ed Magnate, and Russell Brunson, all those ones, right? And now even like for example, Melinda French Gates, right? She got divorced and she's now independent and doing all this kind of philanthropy and her own projects on YouTube. All those kind of real entrepreneurs, they are not here for just for money. They are real here for truth, for their purpose, for their passion, for their call, for the well-being of many people, right? It's just like what I've been pursuing, abundance of all, not just for my own or own, even like my small family's benefits, but for all, for our purpose fulfillment on this earth. So this circle of people, I feel so excited to like every day to connect with them and learn from what they are sharing. And in my direct entrepreneurship world, I have my mentors, I have my partners, people with great inspiration and ambition and energy. That kind of a like synergy is really priceless. So here and today I do not want to talk too long because sorry for a little bit delay today. It's a little bit close to the dinner time, but I want just share this inspiration here. I want everybody to ask yourself this conscious question between employee and employment, okay, and entrepreneurship. Which one are you now in? And what's the difference? Would you compare? I know everybody has your different experience. You may be limited by your own experience and context or resources. But I would encourage you, if you do not feel excited about what you're doing, no matter it's in employment or entrepreneurship, right? Think about why. Think about why you're doing what you're doing and what you really want to do, who you really want to become, what kind of life you really dream about, right? And maybe the employment has already like almost buried your dreams. I would like you to reactivate it, to really awaken your dreams. What kind of person you truly want to become, what kind of energy, that kind of a passion you want to feel every day. Okay, and even though you want to retire early, for example, if you can retire around 50 or 60, what kind of a type of retirement life you want to live? If you have already that kind of good resources, enough money and resources to live a retirement, I would not be against you. Okay, it's good for you, you can enjoy retirement. But if you have not been there yet and you still want to really use your efforts to create that life, but think about not just material, okay, think about more quality life. What kind of values, what kind of legacy you want to leave to this world. And I know some people even do not care about what they leave to their own kids. But I would say if you are listening to my video and if you stay till now, I would believe that you are a visionary as well. You are a person with passion, with dreams. You want to become a more fulfilled person. Your life, you want to get to the next level. So I would encourage you to ask yourself, have you get into entrepreneurship already or not? If not, why not? Why would you still keep working for somebody else to fulfill other people's dreams instead of yours? So ask yourself, what is your true dream? What are your true dreams, okay, for yourself and for your family, and how you would get there. For example, if you really want to explore entrepreneurship, what kind of entrepreneur you want to become, and how would you live your entrepreneurship? How would you take that ownership and commitment and action to the next level? And what's your true challenge? What is holding you back? Ask yourself, okay, if you have not get there where you want to be, what has been holding you, even though you've been in entrepreneurship for quite a while? What has been holding you back from fulfilling your wildest dreams? Ask yourself that. I'm asking myself every day about this kind of dreams. So I know that I will not stop. Even though people can call, oh, you can take a retirement, but my retirement is definitely like till the end of my, just like, even though my retirement, right, it's like till the end of my life, I would be working on my passion, do what I love to do, and to bring the values to help many other people transform their lives as well. So that's for today's topic, and I would encourage you to share your thoughts, your true thoughts, right, including your strugglings about employee and entrepreneurship. What's this two, like, what this two means for you, and which one you are choosing, and what kind of ownership you would like to take. And especially even though you are in entrepreneurship already, if you are open to new entrepreneurship opportunity, and if you looking for the next level of personal transformation and great values to contribute to the world and help many families and people, I would encourage you to contact me. Okay, let's have a talk. And this Thursday we will also have our masterclass, how to launch your purposeful and profitable impactful business in 90 days. Okay, and stand up as confident expert and thought leader in your ideal niche. So we will look forward to talking more with you, and feel free to share your thoughts, and let's connect. All right, thank you. Have a wonderful Monday. See you soon. Bye bye.